This video is a part 2 of the polynomials basic concepts. In this video, we will very easily learn all the basic concepts of polynomials. So in this video, we'll learn what actually is a polynomial and what is not, what is the degree of a polynomial, what is the value of a polynomial, what do we mean by zeros of a polynomial, how to plot zeros of a polynomial graphically, how to form a quadratic polynomial with its zeros, how to form a cubic polynomial with its zeros, and what is the relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. So if you have not watched the previous video on the basics part 1 of polynomials, you can go and watch by clicking this I button. So a polynomial is an expression which must have finite number of terms. That is, it should have countable number of terms. For example, 2x is one term, 1 by 3x minus 4 is two terms because 1 by 3x is one term and minus 4 is another term. In x square minus 2x minus 1, x square is one term, minus 2x is second term and minus 1 is third term. So three terms are present. And the second point in polynomial is that the first term of the polynomial of the coefficient should not be equal to 0. For example, in x squared, what is the coefficient? The coefficient is 1. It cannot be 0 because if I have 0 into x squared, it will become 0. So it will no longer remain a polynomial. So a polynomial, a coefficient should never be 0 whenever we have the highest power. Okay, that coefficient should not be 0. And one important point in the polynomial is that the power of the variable should only be a whole number. That is, the power should be only positive numbers and they should not be fraction. For example, why are these not polynomials? Because 4x power 1 by 2. Power 1 by 2 is fraction, so it is not a polynomial. Here also 3x squared plus 4x power minus 1. We have negative power, so it is not a fraction. Here 4 plus 1 by x. As 1 by x is in denominator, 1 by x can be written as x power minus 1. So x power minus 1 means again it is not a polynomial. So remember, whenever x is there in denominator or any variable is there in denominator, it is not a polynomial. What do you mean by degree of a polynomial? The highest power of variable x in p of x is called degree of the polynomial p of x. Highest power of variable x. For example, here I have p of x is equals to 5x plus 3. Why is degree is 1? Because 5x plus 3 can be written as 5x power 1 plus 3. This is the highest power in this equation. That is why the degree is 1. And it is a linear polynomial. Why? Because any polynomial whose degree is 1 is called as linear polynomial. Now the next two examples are of quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial is a polynomial whose degree is 2. So in this expression 4z squared plus 1 by 7, the degree is 2. Why? Because it is the highest value of the power, right? That is why it is a quadratic polynomial and its degree is 2. Now in this equation y square minus y by 3 plus 6, this is also in here also degree is 2 because why not y square, the degree is 2, and why it is a polynomial and why it is not a polynomial, you can be having this doubt, right? But it is a polynomial because y by 3 means 1 by 3 into y. That is 1 by 3 here is the coefficient of y. Coefficients can be fractions. What is my condition in polynomials? The power should not be fraction, but the coefficient can be fraction. Here 1 by 3 is coefficient. That is why this expression is a polynomial and the highest power is y square. And here the power is 1. So 2 is bigger than 1. So that is why 2 is the degree. Now in this 5x cube minus 4x square plus x minus 1, as the highest power is 3, the degree is 3 and it is an expression of cubic polynomial because a polynomial whose degree is 3 is called as cubic polynomial. Now the last is 6. 6 is also a polynomial. Why? Because 6 can be written as 6 into x power 0. We know any polynomial which can be written as a into x power n is called as polynomial even if it has one term because it is having countable number of terms. So here 6 can be written as 6 into x power 0. And what is the value of x power 0? X power 0 can be compared to a power 0. I know a power 0 is 1. So instead of x power 0, I can write 1. So 6 into 1 is 6. That is why the degree we can write 6 as 6 into x power 0. What is the degree here? The degree is 0. That is why it is its degree is 0. And any polynomial whose degree is 0 is called as 0 polynomial. Now what do I mean by value of a polynomial? Value means in place of any variable of the polynomial, if we can substitute a real number, that is called as value of a polynomial. For example, find the value of p of x is equals to x square minus 6x plus 5 at x is equals to 1. Here I am substituting in place of x 1. So 1 squared minus 6 into 1 plus 5. 1 squared is 1 minus 6 plus 5. 1 minus 6 is minus 5 plus 5. That is equals to 0. So here, what is my value of the variable? The value of the variable is 1, okay, because it is a real number and I have substituted that in place of x. Now, what do we mean by zeros? Zeros are nothing but they are the roots or the solutions of a polynomial. That is, the answer of the polynomial is nothing but 0 of a polynomial. Okay. So how to obtain the 0 of a polynomial? Whenever we can equate this equation to 0, we will get the zeros of polynomial. For example, find the zeros of p of x is equals to x square minus 5x plus 6. So in this expression, x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6 is equals to 0. So why am I writing minus 3x minus 2x? Because when this is equation is of the form ax square plus bx plus c. So what is a if I compare? A is 1, b is minus 1, c is 6. How to find out the zeros? Always by splitting the middle term, we should have sum, we should have product. So sum is always a middle term here. Middle term is b. So b is equals to minus 5. And how to find out the product? Product is a into c. A here is 1 and C here is 6. So 1 6 are 6. So always see the factors of 6. What are the factors of 6? If I take minus 3 and minus 2, both are same. So I can add. So I'll get minus 5. So here sum is minus 5. And even if I multiply them, minus 3 into minus 2, 3 2s are 6 and minus into minus is plus. So if I take these factors, I'm getting the sum also as minus 5 and the product also as plus 6. So I can choose the factors as minus 3 and minus 2. That is, I will split this middle term. That is, instead of this minus 5x, I will write minus 3x and minus 2x. Why? Because in order to get the zeros. So in this two terms, then I will take x common. If I take x common from x square minus 3x, what am I left with? Here I am left with x. And here if x is taken common, what is left? Minus 3 is left. Now whatever I have here, x minus 3. Same thing I will write here, x minus 3. And between minus 2x and plus 6, I can take minus 2 common. Why? Because 6 can be written as 2 3s are 6. So minus 2 into x is minus 2x. Minus 2 into minus 3 is plus 6. That is equals to 0. So here x minus 2 I'll write in one bracket and x minus 3 is common, so I'll write in another bracket. So x minus 2 is equals to 0, x minus 3 is equals to 0. Minus 2 if it goes outside becomes plus 2. Minus 3 if it goes outside becomes plus 3. So I got x is equals to 2 and x is equals to 3. What are the x? X here is nothing but it is a 0 of a polynomial. So how to get the zeros of polynomial? Equate the equation to 0. So what do you mean by 0? 0 is nothing but it is a solution or root of a polynomial when we equate the equation to zeros. And how many number of zeros will a polynomial have? It depends on the degree of a polynomial. For example, cubic polynomial will have 3 zeros. Why? Because the degree of cubic polynomial is 3. Now in this, if I have a graph, then how to know what are the zeros of polynomial from graph? Always, if the equation is in terms of x, that is y is equals to p of x. P of x can be written as x cube minus x square plus 6, anything. Whenever we have the equation is in terms of x, that is p of x, then the zeros are the x coordinates of the points where the graph intersects the x-axis. For example, this curve is there, right? Where is it intersecting? It is intersecting at this point on the x-axis. So how many zeros are here? 1 0 is there since it is cutting the x-axis at this point. Similarly here we have 2 zeros. Why? Because it is cutting the x-axis at 2 points. In this third figure, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 3 zeros are there as it is cutting the x-axis at 3 points. Similarly here in this fourth figure, it is cutting y-axis also, but that is not 0. 0 of a polynomial in terms of p of x is only which is cutting the x-axis. So only 1 0 is there. Similarly, solve 5 and 6 figure. So what is the standard form of a linear polynomial? The standard form of a linear polynomial is ax plus b. So as I said, linear means degree is 1. So number of zeros are 1 and it can be represented as k. So how will be the graph of polynomial? Remember, linear polynomial will always have straight line. How? If this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis, then this equation y is equals to ax plus b is my linear polynomial. It will meet the x-axis at one point. This I have given as a reference, as an example. Okay. So here 0 for polynomial is at this point because the graph is intersecting at x-axis. So always remember linear polynomial will have straight line. Now what do we mean a quadratic polynomial? The standard form is ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, you should remember the standard formulas. And number of zeros here are 2. Why? Because degree is 2. And what are the zeros? Zeros are known as alpha and beta. Always the quadratic polynomial will have a U-shaped curve. It can be either open upwards, okay, or it can be open downwards. So where is the x-axis and y-axis meeting the curve? The x-axis is meeting the curve at 2 points, 1 point and 2 points. So these are my zeros from the graph. Similarly, what is the standard form of cubic polynomial? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. As degree is 3, it will have 3 zeros, alpha, beta and gamma. Okay, if Now in this we will have two parabolas in case of cubic polynomial. This is my one parabola and this is my another parabola. Okay, the shape can be anything, but just remember that it should be having two parabolas. Parabolas are nothing but U-shaped curves. Okay, so as I said, how to form a quadratic polynomial with zeros, alpha and beta. So what is my standard formula? My standard formula is ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so this can also be written as x minus alpha into x minus beta. And this ax squared plus bx plus c can also be written as I have x squared here, x squared minus x into sum of zeros plus product of zeros. It means that what is the sum of zeros in case of quadratic polynomial? Alpha plus beta. So substitute alpha plus beta. What do we mean by product of zeros? Alpha into beta. Means what are the zeros in case of quadratic polynomial? Alpha beta. That is why I'm multiplying here alpha into beta. What is the sum of zeros in case of quadratic polynomial? Alpha plus beta. That is why I'm adding the alpha plus beta. So this is the standard form which you should remember for quadratic polynomial. X square minus x into alpha plus beta plus alpha beta. Now in case of cubic polynomial, I know this is my standard form. And here if I want to write in terms of zeros, x minus alpha into x minus beta into x minus gamma. Similarly, I know the highest power of a cubic polynomial will be x cubed. So if I want to write the cubic polynomial with the help of zeros, what are the zeros? Alpha, beta and gamma. So x cubed minus x squared into sum of zeros plus x into sum of product of zeros taken two at a time minus product of zeros. So x cubed minus x squared into, what are the zeros here? Alpha, beta, gamma. Add them, that will give me sum. So alpha plus beta plus gamma plus x into sum of product of zeros taken two at a time. Taken two at a time means if I take first alpha beta, then beta gamma, then gamma alpha. I need the sum. So plus, okay. Then minus product of zeros. Product means alpha into beta into gamma. Okay. So remember this, how we are decreasing it. Like here the power is 3, here the power is 2, here the power is 1, here the power is constant. So here the power is 2, here the power is 1, here the power is constant. You should remember like that. Okay. Now, what is the standard form of polynomial? Already I know quadratic polynomial is ax squared plus bx plus c and cubic polynomial is ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Now, in order to find out the relationship between zeros and coefficients, okay, so this our right hand side, that is minus b by a, c by a, these are my coefficients, and this alpha plus alpha beta, these are my zeros. Why? Because zeros in case of quadratic polynomial are alpha beta and zeros, okay. So sum of zeros alpha plus beta is minus b by a. You should remember this. That is this coefficient. Minus is there in formula, this coefficient divided by this coefficient of x squared, a. And product of zeros is alpha into beta. Product means alpha into beta, that is equals to c by. Similarly, in case of cubic polynomial, you have sum of zeros, alpha plus beta plus gamma is minus b by a here also. Sum of product of zeros taken two at a time, that is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is c by. As here we have minus b by c by, here also we will have minus b by c by. Now the last one is product of zeros, that is alpha beta gamma is equals to minus d by a. Now, why are we having three formulas in case of cubic polynomial and only two formulas in case of quadratic polynomial for relationship between zeros and coefficients? Because here I have only two zeros. I cannot write this as sum of product of zeros, right, in case of quadratic polynomial, because I just have alpha beta plus alpha beta plus alpha beta. So that is why that does not exist. Only sum of zeros and product of zeros exist in relationship between the zeros, okay, and the coefficients. Also relationship between zeros and coefficients. In my next videos, I'll share sums on how to do these concepts. This video was only a basics, okay. I hope I have explained you everything. If you have any doubt, please comment and also share the video with your friends and subscribe to my channel if you want to know more such videos. Thank you for watching.